So today I want to talk about using the percent equation, what that is and what that means. So this is part one. So here's the first thing that you need to know. You do not need to write what's in blue, all of this stuff on the right hand side. Don't worry about that. This is what I want in your notes. I want to make sure you know where the percent equation came from. We've been talking about ratios and how it's a part to whole, and that same part to whole is going to equal the percent. Well, one thing you should know, if I want to solve for the part, if I want to get that part by itself, the part is being divided by the whole. So if you do the opposite of dividing by the whole, that's the second step right here. The opposite of dividing by the whole is multiplying by the whole. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other, and then those wholes are going to cancel each other out, and it leaves you with the part is equal to the percent times the whole. That is what we are going to be using. That is the percent equation. So we're going to be finding three different things. We're going to be finding the percent, finding the part, and finding the whole. Right now I want to talk about finding the percent. So an example of this, and you can write this down, is 15 is what percent of 60? And so all we're going to do is we're going to translate. This is everything that we worked on at the beginning of the year. All right, so 15 is let me get my drawing tool up here. 15 is simply 15 is. Is means equals. What percent? That's our unknown. What represents our unknown? But the variable x. Of, if you remember, means multiply. That's why we have this number in the parentheses. Parentheses means multiply. And 60. So we are going to translate what we see and we're going to write it. So the example that I want to do with you is 287 is what percent of 410? So again, just write it how you read it. So it's going to be 287. So there's 287 is, that's our equal sign. What percent? I don't know what percent, that's our unknown. Of means multiply. I know I'm going to put a parenthesis there to show that I'm multiplying the unknown variable by something, and I'm multiplying it by 410. So we've got a one-step equation. X is being multiplied by 410, so you do the opposite of multiplying by 410. Divide by 410. Whatever you do to one side, do to the other. If you divide that out, you're going to get 0.7 is equal to x. Here's the tricky part. All right, that's the percent as a decimal. You need to change this. You need to convert the decimal to a percent. If you remember, it's multiplying by 100, so x is actually going to be 70%. This is different than the percent ratio that we were using, the percent proportion. This one we actually have to convert. So the next one that we would use is finding the part. So an example of this would look like, what number is 25% of 60? And then again, just translate that. What number, well, that's our unknown, is the equal sign. 25%, look at what we need to do. We need to convert that. We need to change it to a percent, or to a decimal. You never have a percent in an equation. You always have to convert it to a decimal. Of means we are multiplying. There's the parentheses to show multiplication of 60. So an example of that, instead of what number, I just simply have find. Find 62% of 75. That find means what is, so that's going to be our x. Find 62%. What is 62%? 0.62 of, we are multiplying 75. So for this one, all you need to do is just simply multiply. Get a calculator, multiply it out, and x is going to be 46.5. There's no converting. That is not our percent. Our percent's already in the problem. We're looking for the actual number, and there we go. We've got 46.5. The last one that we would use is finding the whole. So an example of this would be 15 is 25% of what number? Again, just translate. 15 is 25%. Again, we are converting that percent to a decimal. Of means multiply. What number is our variable x? Again, the of, we don't have the parentheses there, but you can use them. So an example would be 33 is 55% of what number? So write what you see. 33 is equals 55%, change it to a decimal. 55% of, multiply, of what number? I don't know. So we use our variable x. X is being multiplied by 0.55, so we divide by 55 hundredths. Do that to both sides. Again, you do not need to do this division by hand. That is not the point. We are taking 33 divided by 55 hundredths, and you should come up with x is 60. All right, we are going to be using this percent equation a lot in class. I will see you then.